Merry Christmas, all you high school football fans out there. Our present to you for the second year in a row is the Fab 15. We sent out ballots to the area's high school football coaches, asking them to vote on the best players they face this fall. We then tallied up the ballots, and the top 15 vote getters, regardless of position, conference, or school size, they make up your Wayne TV Fab 15 team. Now, we invited those players into the studio to talk football and put together this show. Without further ado, here's a look at the first half of the 2014 Fab 15.
Jesse Bates, free safety at Snyder High School, senior. I would like to thank my head coach, Coach Tippmann, the whole student body, the jungle. You guys were great this year. My brothers, my senior class. Happy holidays to all you guys out there, and God bless.
When it comes to the historically strong Snyder defense, Bates is one of the greats. The numbers do a lot of the talking. 9 interceptions, 67 tackles this past season. 2 of those picks were returned for touchdowns. He also made a big impact on special teams, averaging 18 yards a punt return, including 1 for a score. A 5A All-State selection, the senior has verbally committed to play at Toledo.
Hi, I'm Will Chrisman. I go to DeKalb High School. I play wide receiver and safety. I'd like to give a shout out to the DeKalb Baron football program, Coach Kempf, and my parents. Merry Christmas.
The Barons had a bounce-back season, and the 6'7" junior was a big reason why. Chrisman tallying 49 catches for 949 yards and 12 touchdowns. Those are school records for receptions and receiving yards in a single season. A very Merry Christmas also stepped up as a safety with 26 tackles in the season and 1 interception.
Hi, my name is Dylan Connor. I'm a middle linebacker at Carroll High School. I'd like to thank my family, my coaches, my teammates. I'd also like to thank ADP and its coaching staff. And lastly, I'd like to give a shout out to the squad, Brando, Blake, Jimmy John, Jack. You guys are the best. I wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Thanks.
Connor did his best Clowney impression in the season opener against Goshen, and his impact was felt all season long. The junior racking up 87 tackles, 16 for loss, 3 sacks, and a fumble recovery that went for a touchdown. The Chargers had a perfect regular season, and Connor led the way for a defense that gave up just 15 points a game.
Clayton Cook, wide receiver and returner out of Wawasee High School. I'd like to thank my mom and dad, my family, and all of the fans out in the war zone.
The book on Mr. Cook is pretty impressive. 6'3", the senior tallied 45 catches for 845 yards and 12 touchdowns this year alone. For his career, 2,023 yards receiving and 27 scores. He also rushed for 405 yards this year and 5 touchdowns, and returned both a punt and a kickoff for a touchdown. Cook is verbally committed to play his college football at Ball State University.
PJ Dean, the Eastside High School running back. Shout out to the coaching staff, the conference champs, and back-to-back train trophy.
Dean was a machine this year in Butler, the senior, rushing for 1,529 yards and 24 scores. He also caught 47 passes for 592 yards and 8 touchdowns. As a return man, he took back 2 punts for a score and 1 kickoff for a touchdown. For his career, he racked up over 5,700 all-purpose yards and 414 total points. By the way, he plays defense too and had 81 tackles and 5 interceptions this past fall.
Pearson Harnish, Norwell Knights, quarterback, linebacker. I want to thank my coaching staff, the players throughout the year, and my family for supporting me through the last 4 years at the Courtyard. Merry Christmas.
The king of the Courtyard down in Ossian, Harnish has been crowned a Fab 15 member for the second year in a row. As a senior, he rushed for 1,555 yards and 24 touchdowns and threw for 1,316 yards more and 8 scores. Defensively, it may have been even better. 96 tackles, 8.5 for loss, and a sack. He's weighing his college options, and that includes an offer from Air Force.
Adam Hoffer, outside linebacker, New Haven High School. I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and I'd like to give a shout out to Bulldog Nation and all my fellow seniors out in New Haven. Go Dogs! Ooh.
When it comes to the linebacker position, Hoffer was indeed at the head of the class. He tallied 101 tackles, 12.5 sacks, 22.5 tackles for loss. Over the last 2 seasons, he's also racked up 18 grabs on offense, for almost 300 yards and 4 scores. He was also just one of 24 players on the Colts' academic All-State team, proving once and for all, you don't hassle the Hawk.
I'm Austin Mack. I go to Bishop Lewis High School. I play receiver and safety. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I want to say thank you to my parents, the Lewis community, and I want to say thank you to all the seniors, and I hope that this season was good enough. We came back from a real tough season, and it was a great one. Thanks, guys.
Mack is on track to be one of the top receivers in SAC history when it's all said and done. As a junior, he tallied 69 receptions for 1,062 yards and 15 touchdowns. He also rushed for 241 yards and 4 scores. Austin also put the special in special teams with 3 kick returns for touchdowns. Defensively, he added 26 tackles and a blocked kick.
Well, you met half of the Fab 15, and coming up after the break, we're going to introduce you to 7 more of the area's top players. Stay tuned. You're watching Wayne TV for Wayne's Sports Leader. Welcome back, where you met the first 8 players on the Wayne TV Fab 15 team before the break. Now, we round out the rest of the area's best. Here's the other 7 members of the 2014 Fab 15.
Keaton Osborne, East Noble High School defensive lineman. Big shout out to Night Nation, all my family, supporters, Madison, and of course, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
One of Coach Luke Amstutz's true blue Roughnecks, Osborne terrorized opponents the last couple of years in Kendallville. This past fall, he registered 75 tackles, 20 tackles for loss, and 12 sacks. He also racked up 22 QB hurries, forced 3 fumbles, and blocked a kick. Offensively, he chipped in as well with 3 grabs for 50 yards and a score. He was named 4A All-State Honorable Mention despite missing 2 games with injury.
Hey everybody, it's Deion Powers, cornerback and wide receiver from Wayne High School. I want to wish everybody a happy Christmas and a happy New Year. And I want to give a shout out to all the Wayne football staff and the Powers family.
Deion Powers put up video game-like numbers this season on both sides of the football. 31 catches, 842 yards, 12 touchdowns. That's over 27 yards a catch. He may have saved his best for D, however. The All-State pick had 5 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries, and 57 tackles, all on the way to sharing the Ewell Wilson Award with his brother as the SAC's top player.
Keon Powers, quarterback from Wayne High School. I'd like to thank all the things that have gotten me to win the SAC title. First of all, God, family, and my brothers on the football field. So thank you. Thank you very much.
SAC opponents are not sad that Keon has now left the building. An all-SAC first-team pick, Powers was simply electric all season long for the Generals. 1,622 passing yards and 22 touchdowns, 1,591 yards rushing, and 24 scores. He also returned a kickoff and a punt return for a score, accounting for 48 total touchdowns. Most importantly, however, he led the Generals to their first SAC crown since 1993.
Austin Robertson, Wayne High School, defensive end, tight end. I would like to thank all my coaches, teammates, and all the support to help us bring in the victory bell. Number 9 on the field and number 1 in your heart.
Robertson ran through, over, and around opposing offensive linemen this season, and when you're 6'5", 230 pounds and quick, you can do that. 86 tackles, 31 for loss, 15 sacks. That includes 4.5 sacks against Snyder's talented offensive line in the playoffs. He caught 15 passes offensively for over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, and the junior has offers from Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Michigan State, among many others.
I'm Ben Skronik. I play wide receiver at Homestead High School. I'd like to say thanks to God, my family, teammates, coaches, and all of my fans out there. And I'd also like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Consider him adroit in a boit. When it comes to the big play and being elusive, the Spartans always get the ball to Ben. The 6'3" receiver loomed large in Homestead's offense this past fall. He racked up 42 catches for 841 yards and 12 touchdowns. We're talking over 20 yards per catch. Only a junior, he was a 6'8" All-State honorable mention pick.
Hey, I'm Derek Warner, South Adams High School quarterback, safety, and kicker. I'd like to give a special shout out to my coach Papa Rick and the rest of the coaching staff. I'd like to give a special shout out to my teammates for making our season possible and all of our fans sitting out there in the cold weather for us this season. You guys are awesome. Have happy holidays.
7 may be indeed a lucky number, but this Starfire relied on skill down in Bern. He led South Adams to semi-state and back-to-back sectional titles this year. He threw for 1,261 yards and 12 TDs, also rushing for 865 yards and 6 touchdowns. Defensively, Derek racked up 39 tackles and 3 interceptions. He was also clutch in the kicking game, booting a 37-yard field goal as time expired to beat rival Adams Central in the first round of sectional play.
Hi, my name is Noah Zensky. I go to Bishop Lewis High School, and I play quarterback. I would like to give a special shout-out to my family and my friends and my teammates, and especially my offensive line, Matt Geely, Peter Litchfield, Mick Palmer, Drew Bale, and John Kanapke, and they will be getting a pizza very soon.
Pizza or not, Noah Wazinski always delivered in 2014. Noah guiding an offense that averaged 38 points and helped Lures advance to semi-state. He was 205 for 323 passing. We're talking almost 64%. He racked up 2,879 yards and 30 touchdowns. Only a junior, he has 2 offers for MAC schools and is in position to become the SAC's all-time leading passer next fall.
Well, for more on the Fab 15, go to the Wayne.com sports page. We have individual interviews from all 15 kids, plus you can see a list of the next 15, the 15 players who got the next most votes from area coaches, along with a list of all players who received votes. That puts a bow on the high school football season. Thank you for making the Highlight Zone the most watched sports show every Friday night here in Northeast Indiana. I'm News Channel 15 Sports Director Glenn Marini, and we've got more coverage you can count on coming up after the break.